Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to your Moon Month energy update and your all zodiac sign readings for the month of June, and we'll take a sneaky peek at the very beginning of July as well. So I've really been sitting in the energy of the month and just tuning in with it before doing this video, and I think overall I feel like we kind of get off to an amazing start. The new moon in Gemini, the dynamics are stunningly harmonious, absolutely beautiful. So it's an amazing new moon to set wishes and intentions that really align you with a peaceful, harmonious vision of the world that you wish to create. We then kind of move into some energy that's a bit more testing. Now I'm going to run through the moon phases in just a moment and give you details all the way through the moon month, including any void of course periods. If you're new to moon energy updates, a void of course period is when the moon is moving from one sign into another and there's a space in between. So the energy of the moon is not coming through the influence of the personality of a particular sign. And I always give you these if there are any long ones, just because it can sort of feel really liberating, or that's certainly my experience. But sometimes it feels really liberating. Sometimes it actually feels a bit out at sea. It can sort of swing either way. So I'll give you those as well. But yeah, it's really interesting. Overall, we get off to this amazing start. And then there's kind of a bit of testing, maybe a few bumps in the road. It's almost as though you can dream big, set your wishes and intentions in a really amazing way. You know, what do you want to create? What do you want to manifest? What kind of world do you want to live in? Personally and globally, put it out there. And then it's almost as if the universe starts to show us the things that we need to either do or attend to in order to then kind of actually navigate the month and really, really walk our talk, step up and walk your talk. So quite an interesting kind of ebb and flow, I think, with some really valuable pockets of evaluation along the way. This is definitely a moon month to press the pause button on a relatively regular basis and just reflect, review, get still, drop into stillness and just sit with what's going on, observe. This doesn't feel like a moon month to push ahead. The full moon actually coincides with the solstice. And this is the summer solstice if you're here up here with me in the northern hemisphere, or the winter solstice if you're in the southern hemisphere. The solstice is like a 4-day window where I always feel the earth herself just pauses for breath. And it's a magical time to get still and evaluate. Now, I actually am always of a mind that the solstices often do present us with almost like a bit of a wall to climb over, showing us what we need to attend to move on to the next sort of chapter of growth, the next phase of manifesting, of soul evolution. So sometimes it's quite challenging actually when we're looking at something we have to climb over or overcome. And this moon month has some really positive energy, but also a few bumps in the road. So I would be quite mindful, really, really genuinely, if you're able to press the pause button on a regular basis, evaluate, review, hold that conscious, higher energetic. What kind of world do you want to see? And be that. Walk your talk. Be everything that you want to see in the world. Embody it. Embody that pathway of the spiritual warrior. It's going to come back to you 1,000-fold. July is a really interesting month energetically again, where things really start to move forwards. It's almost as though in June we do a lot of evaluating, sort of setting the pace, really reviewing. And then in July, actually, the energy is really very much about sort of helping us to work out how we then achieve the things that we want to achieve that we looked at in June. Obviously, we'll do July when we get there. But very, very interesting dynamics. I think this is a bit like the solstice. I think it's a pause for breath month, actually, where a lot of internal work can be done, as well as externally kind of crossing the T's and dotting the I's, whilst allowing things to sort of, practicing the art of allowing. That's a good way of describing it. being active and yet kind of making sure that you drop into stillness on a regular basis as well, and being responsive then to everything, practicing that art of allowing as it unfolds, kind of actively working with the universe with an awareness that whatever shows up, you know, whether it's giving you permission to plow ahead or it's asking you to step over a wall and attend to something so that you are free and unencumbered to move forwards. I think the universe is really actively working with us this month. So very, very interesting. I really look forward to hearing your comments and thoughts as we navigate the month. So beautiful souls, I think I'm going to move into bringing some slides up on the screen for you and letting you know about the different moon phases when those void of course periods are. Then I'm going to look at the cards and the runes that were drawn within the Manifest with the Moon Astro-Moon diary for the month of June, and we'll take a sneaky peek into July as well. And then I will do angel readings for all zodiac signs. If you know your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, you might want to check out each of those. There will be extended readings available where we go into more detail. Those are available on Patreon or here on YouTube in the membership area. I always now do some extended readings every month where I look at kind of money, career, finances, relationships, you know, any other details that need to be looked at in more depth beyond the initial readings. And they're there if you wish to tune into those as well. So beautiful souls, let's look at the overall energy flow, and I'll give you dates as we run through the moon phases for this moon month. So we begin this moon month with the new moon in Gemini on June the 6th or 7th, depending on where you are on our beautiful planet. I'm going to bring up the timings for you onto the screen. Now, the purpose of showing you the timings, particularly around the new moon, is because when you make new moon wishes and intentions, the most potent time to really lean into the energy of the new beginnings that the new moon brings is literally from the point of the new moon and for the 8 hours beyond. So these are the timings for you. Now today the sun and the moon join forces with Venus, the planet of love and balance, creating an overall flow of energy that is incredibly harmonious, bringing opportunities to potentially have conversations that heal, whether with yourself or with others or indeed with spirit. The Gemini influence naturally invites curiosity, which can help you to weigh up every possibility and view all sides of the story before making informed choices and decisions. A new moon in Gemini also supports fluent communication, clear thinking and speaking, and the calming of mental energy. So whatever is taking place in the uniqueness of your own personal circumstances, especially if you're needing to weigh up different avenues of possibilities, then just get still and lean into a gentle space of gratitude. Set your wishes and intentions in the name of love, and then open yourself to receive the inspiration that you need to create change and to find solutions through inquiry and discovery. The moon then enters her waxing crescent moon phase. Now this is running from June the 7th through to the 13th, and the moon will pass through Gemini, Cancer, Leo and Virgo, and between the 11th and the 12th, this is when the moon is moving from Leo into Virgo, we actually have a 10-hour void of course period. Now, following such an incredibly harmonious new moon, the energy then shifts significantly, bringing a slightly more serious feel to the lunar influence, with an added potential for some strong emotions. It's almost as if the wishes and intentions that you set at the new moon are now being tested, both in terms of practicality and also your own dedication, your own commitment. Now the strength of these energetics eases around the 8th, but then comes back again on the 9th and starts to build in intensity. Now every new moon heralds a new cycle of manifestation. It's like a moon month of progress. Sometimes the energy supports fast, straightforward acceleration, but at other times it can be a bit of a slow burner with a series of bumps and obstacles to overcome before you can move ahead with ease. And this waxing crescent moon phase looks to be one of those more bumpy times. So, as I was saying right at the start, consciously create pockets of evaluation along the way. This is going to bring you heightened levels of awareness, and this will inform your progress. The moon then reaches her first quarter position. This is on June the 14th, and she will be in Virgo. Now, this first quarter moon is particularly emotional, but it's also asking for very real, solid evaluation. And this is also aided by a delightful dynamic that really enhances what I would call really those intelligent, harmonious communications, whether with yourself or with others. So this is a really great day to review the happenings of the previous moon phase, of the crescent moon phase. You can smooth out any bumps in the road, and you can begin to find practical and yet higher-minded answers and solutions. In any negotiations, the energy of this day is going to support fair and balanced perspectives. The moon then begins her waxing gibbous moon phase, and this is running from June the 15th through to the solstice on the 21st. She will pass through Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius and into Capricorn. Now, during this moon phase, the lunar energy invites you to align with your higher self and be true to your own spiritual values. So, depending on the unique circumstances of your world, if something calls you to step up and have a voice, the overall dynamics are actually offering ample opportunity to understand situations and circumstances at depth, and then from this position of deeper awareness, establish the way ahead with a purpose and from a place of deeper meaning. Now we see a very strong spike of energy on the 17th, and although this soon eases, from the 19th through to the 21st, the overall astrodynamics are actually quite intense. The 4-day window of solstice energy, peaking on the 21st, is associated with facing important life lessons and potential realizations. So practice the art of allowing, maintain your spiritual outlook, and make a commitment to be ultra responsive rather than ultra reactive. Remember, responsive rather than reactive. Now the full moon, which is actually on the solstice, this is June the 21st or the 22nd, depending on where you are on our beautiful planet. In fact, let me bring up those timings for you. So you can see them on the screen now. Now this full moon is in Capricorn. Now this moon literally is sitting within this 4-day window of the shift and change of the solstice energy. And the dynamics today are actually very intense and very emotional. There is also a very strong energetic undercurrent that's also trying to push things forwards. Now, a full moon in solid earthy Capricorn brings an ideal opportunity to get still and to anchor yourself in the truth of your own real experiences. And there is definitely opportunity today for very real and very honest evaluation, fueled by an undertone of really wanting to make something shift and change. So transformation is the name of the game. Now, we define our future goals not only from the experiences that we love, but also from the experiences in our lives that have presented us with challenges and difficulties. Now, Capricorn is ruled by karmic Saturn, asking for you to learn from your experiences and then integrate this awareness into your personal growth with understanding and appreciation. The energetics of this powerful moon are genuinely a turning point, and given the overall intensity of the day, I'm going to say if your schedule will allow it, I would seriously suggest getting still and really giving yourself an opportunity for a full overview of your world. Where are you now? What has led you to this position? And where do you want to be heading in the future? The moon then moves into her disseminating or waning gibbous moon phase, running from June the 23rd to the 27th, and she passes through Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. Now, although initially the lunar influence is strong, this moon phase does herald a very distinct shift in the flow of energy, bringing impetus and momentum, but with the potential for solid and real investment and progression. Now, there's an undercurrent of kind of push-pull energy centered around the theme of dependence versus independence, but the overall dynamics suggest that if you can find a balance with the potential to establish exactly what you want, then the energy will support you to go for it. The 25th actually brings a lovely surge of forward movement and expansion, which is interesting because between the 25th and the 26th, we actually have an 8-hour void of course period when the moon moves from Aquarius into Pisces. So this could really work in your favour. Now, this flow of energy actually continues until the 27th. Now, this is when circumstances may actually call you to pause and have a check-in. No bad thing, really, given that we are almost upon the last quarter moon, when evaluation and review with awareness are going to pay dividends anyway. The moon then reaches her last quarter position on June the 28th in Aries. Now, the lunar influence at the entry point to this last quarter moon is actually very strong. So if you're feeling any confusion, whether this is internally or in your external circumstances, I genuinely would suggest that you take some time out. Don't put yourself under any pressure to reach any kind of conclusions too quickly. This is a day when pressing the pause button and consciously engaging in periods of still observation are almost certainly going to be the most appropriate and valuable approach. The moon then moves into her balsamic moon or waning crescent moon phase from June the 29th through to July the 4th. She's going to pass through Aries, Taurus, Gemini and into Cancer. And on the 30th, we do have another void of course period. This is when she's moving from Aries into Taurus, and it's 7 hours long. Now, the first half of this moon phase is actually steady, with the underlying dynamics suggesting a kind of dance between healing and communication, with significant potential to understand how the past is influencing the present. The point of power is always in the now, so that with new awareness, you can then consider what you can do to create a different future. So potentially very empowering. Now, Saturn then begins a retrograde period on the 29th, and this is going to run through to November the 15th. And then Neptune enters a retrograde period on the 4th through to December the 2nd. Both of them are adding to the flavour of pause and assessment. We see a strong spike of energy on the 30th. And this has the potential to open channels of communication. So even though it's a little bit intense, it could produce very positive outcomes loaded with positivity. And then as we move towards the new moon, the overall energetics begin to intensify further. So if anything in your world is requiring a bit of a rethink or an overhaul, then now may be the time when it surfaces or it actually comes to a head. We then actually begin a new moon month with the new moon in Cancer, and this will be on July the 5th or the 6th, depending on where you are on our beautiful planet. Okay, so let's shift the camera down and take a look at the cards and the runes that were drawn in the Astro-Moon diary. So for June, the cards are Compromise and Walk Your Talk, with the rune of Defense, Awaz and Othilla, the rune of Separation. Now, I feel this combination for June is really interesting because the card of Compromise says, are you in a situation where you need to make a compromise, or are you compromising too much? So it's really got this flavour of evaluation. This card asks you to review your position and be sure to find a solution that takes the needs of all parties into account, including yourself. Now, this is interesting because Awaz, the rune of defence. For me, this rune speaks of boundaries. And I do feel with this overall energy of June, where we're being invited to dream big, but then the universe will set up the challenges almost that we need to see, the obstacles maybe that we need to overcome, or what we need to step up into, that sense of leadership, but leadership from a higher perspective, leadership and empowerment. If we think of empowerment, empowerment is about power over ourselves. It's never about power over others. So I feel there's some really interesting energy around, but throughout it, you are being asked to walk your talk, to step up, to let go with Othilla, the rune of separation, sometimes known as inheritance. It speaks of letting go of something so that something new can come into your world, letting go of something so you can then receive something. There's space and room for the new to arrive. I just feel this is a moon month when we could really see situations occur where we are invited to really step up and walk our talk. This card says, become what you believe. Are your thoughts, words and actions in alignment with your core inner values? This card asks you to walk your talk, become your own personal hero or heroine, and step into the very best version of yourself, radiating authenticity into the world. So very, very interesting. There's real opportunity this month to dream big, to really think about what you want to be, what kind of world you want to create, but almost as if the universe says, well, okay, this is what you want, this is what you're going to need to do to achieve it. And it's about sort of shifting that perspective and changing from the inside out, being your own hero or heroine, being your own leader, being your own example, leaning into the higher energetic. Now, as we then move into July, it's very interesting because these are the cards and the runes for July. We have Fehu, which is the rune of possessions, nourishment, ambition satisfied, and the rune of joy. So we're seeing a lovely energy open here. This can also speak about a gift. So I sort of feel, even if June proves to have some bumps in the road, by the time we start to enter July, we're going to see how valuable they were. We're going to see that they came with purpose. The dislike of others, I just feel this is a card that is helping us to really navigate difference, to recognize that you are walking your pathway. Empowerment really is empowerment over ourselves. You may not like what other people do, but you can choose what you're going to do in response to it. You could send love and walk away, or you could sit and engage, or you could, whatever you decide to do, there's a higher perspective from which you can attend to situations, even if you're not entirely happy with the way that people are orientating within those situations. I mean, this card says, sometimes we form strongly negative feelings towards others. In truth, it is not them that we dislike, but their words, actions, and behaviour. This card asks you to try to detach from the experience of their behaviour and see them as a soul on their own unique pathway, attempting to manage their own challenging life lessons. It's not always easy to do that. But, if you want to live in a world of peace and harmony, actually, and that goes for all of us, if we want to live in a world of peace and harmony, we kind of have to embody peace. We have to embody harmony. We have to embody the recognition that we don't have any control over other people. We sometimes do have to make choices that are quite firm for ourselves, but there's ways of navigating that. And I feel there's opportunity as we move into July, potentially, for you to really shine. I mean, look at this, the rune of joy. With this card, the time is right for you to spread your wings and soar. You have something valuable to share. Bring forth your greatest contribution. Step into your fullest potential. Show the world the real you. Reach out and shine. The universe supports your growth. So whatever bumps in the road that may occur during June, whatever intensity there may be, along with some significant progress, I sort of feel it's almost as if the energy can then flow in July, because it's like the gateways of energetic flow literally open. The universe has your back. The universe supports your growth. So whatever you've been shown that you've dealt with, whatever you've sorted out, whatever you've looked at, whatever you've reviewed, whatever you've evaluated in June, come July, I feel that things can really move forwards. And this includes making some possibly quite important choices and decisions around the way that we think about others. And again, if we're going to walk our talk and we really do want to see a peaceful, wonderful world, we need to learn to drop into stillness and actually let go of any judgments, of whether it's of ourselves or others, and just sort of let certain things go with Othilla and move into a space of possibility where we're energetically kind of holding our course. Very different month, I think, July. So I'm looking forward to doing the moon month energy update then for you. So beautiful souls, this is the kind of flow of energy and the cards and runes, as always, within the Astro-Moon Manifest with the Moon diary. They always seem to be pretty bang on point. When I write the diary, I literally just draw the runes out of a hat and draw the cards out of a hat. They're always bang on the money. So lovely to connect with these. Let's move into the readings for all zodiac signs. Let's move on and let's look at what is happening for Aries. Aries, welcome to your moon month reading. So this is for the month of June. I'm going to draw you a significator card first. You have Guardian of Hearts. Okay, so this is your first card, my beautiful souls. And let's draw you some runes as well. Wow, lots of runes coming out. The rune of Perth initiation also shot out, so I'm going to bring that in as well. Okay, so we have Perth, the rune of initiation. We have the rune of flow, Lagos. We have journey, Rado. We have Hagelas. This is the rune of disruption. We have the rune of Othilla, separation. We have the rune of harvest, and we have the rune of protection. How interesting. I actually do think this whole moon month for you, Aries, is like a process of initiation. It's like a rite of passage where you are moving from kind of one space of being to another. How interesting. It's almost, I feel as if literally something's going to open up for you. It's going to flow. There may be some things around you that you have been finding a little bit difficult to, almost want to say a little bit hard to swallow, or a little bit, I don't know, like I feel like from your reading as if there's something around you that you haven't been quite comfortable with. And this is the point at which you kind of like throw it over. You say no to it, or you make a decision that you're not going to tolerate that or put up with it. And it's as if the whole moon month, now we are talking really June, ultimately June and into the very beginning of July. Yeah, we should draw more cards for you, but I do feel, Aries, this feels for me to be the flavour. There's a process to go through to arrive at some sort of completion or some sort of harvest. I think you're going to be very pleased with the results, but I do feel you're needing to, it's back to that energy of evaluation and review. What else do we have here for my lovely Aries? How interesting. These cards do seem to be showing straight up for you. Let's take them as they're coming. We have Queen of Michael, brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, humorous. We have the Page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted. This is interesting. You know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience, a time for your career rather than relationships. Then we have a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations. We have the Three of Michael, release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. Eight of Michael, yes, look at this. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. I do feel there's something coming in that you evaluate and decide. You know actually what, I think you know exactly what you want to do. This is really interesting, Aries. I feel this is a month where you know what you want to do, but I think initially you're possibly not quite sure how best to approach it. However, Curiously enough, great intuitive insights. I sort of feel like you're going to be guided. I think you're going to find the way through this. We've got new beginnings, Archangel Jeremiah, starting a new life. You can be free, finding your purpose. Yeah, I actually think there's something that you shift, you let go of. It could be an inner attitude, but it could actually for some of you be an actual physical circumstance around you. But there's something that has bugged you, been a bit of a ball and chain, if I'm honest. That's the flavour here. You know, with the Guardian of Hearts, which is actually the King of Cups in a traditional pack, my lovely Aries. I mean, this is Archangel Gabriel depicted as a mermaid, a female figure, a mermaid. It's like we've got news, heralding news coming through in a new emotional situation. I just feel something turns around for you this moon month, actually, my beautiful Aries. May we have additional information about this? Peace. How fascinating. I feel like you find your peace. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. You may actually get some kind of a revelation. You know, when you come to a realization, you see something with clarity. Something is seen through new eyes for you, Aries, but it changes your perspective on something that has been hanging around, lingering, bugging you, not quite sitting well with you. It's time to fly. Listen to your intuition. Yes, something that's been holding you back ceases to hold you back. Archangel Azrael, it's time to let go. Prepare for change. Listen to your intuition. Yeah, look at this. Insightful. Dreamy. I think this moon month, my lovely Aries, something reaches a conclusion. It may not be an external circumstance. It may simply be that you reach a point where you find your peace with something. You accept something for what it is, but basically it no longer bothers you. I almost feel as though you cut cords with something, whether that is emotionally, psychologically, or whether it's physically, in the physical realms. I think something that has previously irritated, bugged you, not been quite right, not sitting well with you. I think you've known what you want to do, but you haven't quite known how to do it or what to do with it. This is the moon month when it's almost like you go on a journey. And through that journey, that spiritual journey, that emotional journey, that journey of awareness. At the very beginning of the video, if you didn't check in on the very beginning, obviously you're welcome to dive straight into the readings, that you're not obliged to listen to me talking about the energy of the moon month or check in on the moon month part of this video. But I did speak about the fact that when we get to the solstices, sometimes there's like a wall that we have to climb over. It's very often a time when we're presented with something that we're needing to step up into. I feel, Aries, that you embody the overall flow of energy for this month. I really, really do. It's as if you go on a journey of self-awareness. And from that journey of self-awareness, you let go of something. You find your peace with something. You're able to release yourself, to find your freedom. It is interesting because I do feel it happens from within. It's as though the change starts from within you and it changes your external circumstances. I'm actually loving the energy around you, lovely Aries. I kind of want to say it feels as though you're being guided and protected through this. I also think it's something you really want to turn around. It's something that you have struggled with. You find your peace, beautiful souls. You can let go of something. You're released from something. Wow. This is fabulous, my lovely Aries. I think you'll know what I'm talking about, beautiful souls. So, you know, this is the energy of your reading. I mentioned at the beginning as well, there are extended readings. What I do in the extended readings is that I look in more detail at different areas of your world, your home life, you know, home, family, your relationships, and also sort of money, career, finances. So we'll look in the extended readings at how this overall flow of energy of sort of resolution, that's what's really coming through here. Resolution is the name of the game for you, Aries. Some sort of resolution, some sort of harmony, but it releases you in a way that you are, it's like you're literally free to fly, to find your wings, starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. I feel this is a massive turnaround for you, Aries. I really do. Beautiful souls, I feel that this is actually right. This feels as though this is the flow of energy for you that we are being shown here. You're welcome to join me for the extendeds, where I'll look in more detail at those different areas of your world. But I think this is magnificent, because I think it's long overdue. I think this is something you have wanted but struggled with. It may be that some kind of a message, a communication comes through, either through actual sort of heavenly guidance, or literally a physical message that arrives where something comes to you that allows you to view something differently, to see it differently. And rather than just knowing what you want to do, you actually then know what to do to change that, what action to take. Back to that practicing the art of allowing, which I spoke about at the beginning, just letting things unfold, reviewing the information as it comes through to you, and then taking action accordingly in alignment with your highest dreams. Beautiful Aries, this is your reading. You are welcome to join me for the extendeds if you wish. Beautiful souls, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments. You guys are so amazing. And for all of you who are already connected to either Patreon or you're connected to the membership area here on YouTube, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Tons of love to you all. Aries, I think this is a significant turnaround. Energetically, your world can change once this shift has taken place. It's really lovely, absolutely beautiful. Tons of love, Aries. Hello, my lovely Tauruses. Let's draw a significator card for you for this month. I am seeing actually this one. We have the Yellow Brick Road. How interesting. Okay, so let's put this here. Now this is actually the card of, I think, the Sun in the traditional pack of the tarot. How interesting, when in a month when there's a potential turning point, I suppose. Let's draw runes for you as well, my lovely Tauruses. What do we have? And of course, Jupiter is sitting in your sign, or moving through your sign, and Uranus as well. We have Hagelas, disruption, and we have the rune of the Self. We have the rune of harvest. We have the rune of Rado, journey. We have the rune of breakthrough. We have the rune of defense, okay, Awaz. And we have Fehu, wonderful possessions, nourishment. I think something that has been either stuck or slow moving or disruptive, whatever it is, I think it turns a corner. I think you can see like the light at the end of the tunnel. You know where you're going. You may even get to somewhere and it's like the next bit of your destination. Something lands for you here with the rune of harvest. Literally, so that the pathway is opening up in front of you. It's something very personal to you, and I think it's either been stuck, or it's also part of a restructuring. There's some sort of structure in your world, that's what I'm seeing here, that is reorientating, and you find your orientation again. You know where you're going. You can see the pathway ahead. You're ready to set forth on a new chapter of your journey, literally. It does feel like a breakthrough moment for you, my lovely Tauruses. Let's draw more cards. That seems just wonderful. I'm seeing this card already. Queen of Michael. How interesting. This came out for Aries, actually. You know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience. A time for your career rather than relationships. Brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, humorous. Okay, I sort of feel that something lands for you. It reaches a point of completion of harvest, of fulfillment is another word that's coming through here. That breakthrough moment, and it's like you know that now you're plain sailing, you know where you're going, you know the path you're on. Any disruption that's been going on for you, look at this, Four of Gabriel, time for celebration, abundant rewards for hard work, release yourself from burdensome situations. This is wonderful. This is a celebration. It's the coming together of something. Yes, something comes together, it works, it falls into place, the breakthrough moment. The pathway is cleared for you, my lovely Taurus. We then have Page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted. A new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. What I see in this card is that perhaps whereas something that either hasn't been moving or it's been disruptive, where it has taken up a lot of your bandwidth, your energy, because it reaches this point of breakthrough, this moment of celebration, and it doesn't feel like a breakthrough that's like a real hard slog as such. It's a breakthrough because it reaches a point of celebration. There's a real positive something that comes together here. Really positive something that finally it happens, it's there, it starts to emerge, or you've got onto this place where you can finally look ahead and see forwards, which I think some of you have not been able to. It's taken up too much of your bandwidth, too much of your energy. I'm seeing this card for you here, the World. A very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. How beautiful. How absolutely beautiful, my lovely Tauruses. Two other cards coming through for you here. Look at this, your Nine of Ariel, your dreams are fulfilled, hard work leads to great success, a love for the beautiful thing in life. And then the King of Ariel, successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well, professional and financial success, using resources wisely. What I see in your cards here, that this is a month when something really comes together. Taurus, this is absolutely delightful. It really, really is. Let's draw some more angel cards and see what else we're shown. Something comes together for you that you have worked for. Prosperity, Archangel Ariel, your material needs are provided for as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. And lastly, let's draw another angel card for you. Archangel, what do we have here? Archangel Perlimiek. Let nature soothe you, serve the nature kingdom. Look at this with a new seedling. What I see in this card, lovely Taurus, is that you can start to sow new seeds. You can start to move forwards. You can start to sort of almost envisage the future, starting a new chapter of life. Something comes together. There's celebration around you. It's lovely. Your plans work out. Your dreams are fulfilled. There's a happy ending. Something comes full circle. I think, Taurus, this is a fabulous month for you. I mean, really, really, something comes together for you in a really amazing way. I'm quite blown away by your reading. I feel there's very little really for me in terms of the flow of energy, which is what these readings are about. I feel there's very little for me to add to this. What I do think is that you will know what this is, because I don't think it's new to you. I think this is something you've been working at. I think it's something you've planned for, you've been working at. You've invested a lot of yourself in this. It's been a journey to get to this breakthrough moment, a journey to get to this point of harvest, a journey to reach this place where you can begin to really look forward and plan ahead. You've had to work to get here, my lovely Taurus. So this is not a new situation, and this is obviously a general reading. I'm reading for many people here. And so we're looking at the flow of energy. I will, in the extended readings, look at your home life, your work and career, money, career, finances, that kind of stuff, and also your relationships. So we'll see how this energy applies to those areas in the extendeds. But overall, my lovely Taurus, this is phenomenal. It's like, yes, you get there. Yes, you've made it. Yes, 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 here you are. And you deserve it. And you worked for it. And wow, you are ready to sow seeds and to start a whole new chapter, a whole new pathway in relationships. Some of you could even get engaged and start to sort of make those plans, or get married and make those plans. Or maybe there's a house move. There's something new. There's something of a new chapter that you can now allow to unfold. You can invest because something comes to this point of harvest for you. Something that has taken your time, your energy. Taurus, this is heavenly. Beautiful souls, you are very welcome to join me for the extendeds if you wish. But this is absolutely stunning. What a stunning month for you. It really feels like prosperity, something you've wanted, finally comes together in a really big way. Yeah, if you've been investing in a project, it's like it's going to start to come to fruition. You're going to start to see the rewards from it. A very happy completion, a happy ending. Absolutely stunning. Taurus, there's nothing more to say. This is amazing. I'm just going to send you the biggest hugs ever. You'll know what this is for you because you've been working at it. But my beautiful souls, you get there, and that is amazing. And you're free then to dream in the future from here onwards. Beautiful Tauruses, I am sending you so much love. I really, really am. Beautiful souls, for those of you that wish to join me for the extendeds, I will see you there. Otherwise, beautiful ones, I will see you in another reading here on YouTube really soon. Tons of love, beautiful souls. Gemini, welcome to your monthly reading. What is happening for you this moon month in June? You have the 8 of Hearts. This is very, very beautiful, a very beautiful energy. Sort of feel like something might actually, I just want to say flow, but let's draw more runes and cards for you and see what else we're shown. I feel like something's going to come into flow. Okay, we have the runes. We have the rune of the self. Ah, lovely. We have the rune of ice, Isa. We have the rune of flow. I just said things are going to come into flow. We have the rune of Othilla. And we have the rune of strength. Okay, this is the rune of separation. Strength, Uruz. This rune always tells me that the universe has your back. Okay. Now, what I'm seeing here is that something you have needed to move forwards is going to begin to flow. Curiously enough, I do feel there'll be some kind of a separation. This is the rune of separation, of inheritance, of gain, but the gain comes because you let go of something. And I feel it's something that's held you back with the rune of ice, Isa. This is something that's been sort of stuck or at a standstill. So I'm seeing movement forwards, and also I want to say steady progress in something rather than, you know, a massive leap, which is interesting because the energy around us can bring us quite big quantum leaps. I feel this is more of a month where what you're seeing in the general flow of energy for you, Gemini, is things that have felt stuck or restricted or just like they're not happening will start to progress. I do think there'll be some letting go in order to gain. And I'm seeing steady, consistent progress rather than it being, there's definitely a steadiness here rather than a whoosh rushing forwards at something. Let's get more information for my lovely Geminis. Oh, wow. Okay, decision. Archangel Jophiel. Now that flew out. How interesting. Look at what this card is saying. Release yourself from that which holds you back. This is exactly what this is saying. A need to detox unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. Okay, so that's exactly kind of what I was just tuning into with these runes, my lovely Geminis. What I feel, let me take the card off the top actually for you as well, Six of Michael. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. Yeah, I feel there is a move forwards here for you. Now, for some of you, it literally could be relocation. If you've been waiting to make a choice or a decision about where to move to, where to base yourself, or you've been waiting for something, I think the wait is over. Part of this is suggesting, though, that the wait is over and that you have a really amazing choice within this. You know, it's not just about the universe offering you a doorway or shoving you through a doorway. It's the universe supporting you in making a personal choice to actually move something forwards, to let go of something and embrace the new. Now, we know from the moon month energy update, if you haven't checked that bit out at the front, you might want to, the overview, that, you know, this could feel like a little bit of a bumpy ride for some people this moon month, but actually there's real purpose here, because it's about getting really clear about the details as we move through the month. And I feel for you, Gemini, that energy is really focused on you setting yourself free from something that's been limiting, it's been holding you back. Just let it go, move on from it. And in doing so, everything then flows forwards. You see the light at the end of the tunnel. We have the Ace of Gabriel, absolutely. A gift of passion, opportunity and inspiration. The chance to do something amazing. A sense of wonder. I mean, wow, talk about the opportunities for some kind of a new beginning. I feel like it's almost like it feels like a fresh start for some of you, or maybe in one area of your world, it's a fresh start, an opportunity to have a blank page, a blank canvas, as it were, you know, in whatever area of your world that will be. Obviously, this is a general reading, so it's reaching a lot of people, but the flavor of the energy is about having a fresh start here and giving yourself permission to embrace that. We have Epiphany. How interesting. I feel like there's this sort of moment of realization that you don't have to stay stuck in something, or you don't have to remain in something. You have a choice. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. Five of Michael. This situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more lifting approach. So there's another layer here, really, lovely Geminis, which is not just about making a decision about something. It's also that internal, the lens through which we look, that the internal attitudes within us as to how we look at something, how we perceive something. Do we see it as a good thing to move away, or a negative thing? And I also feel with these two beautiful mer people, this is heralding the change. And Gemini, you know, this seems so symbolic of you, of the Gemini energy, the Gemini twins. I actually think this is a month when you're able to see something from sort of both, it's like see something from both perspectives, both sides. And it shifts your perspective because you see a bigger picture, you see an alternative angle of something. And because you see an alternative angle, it kind of frees you up to make some really, you know, important choices about where you want to go. It's like it does create that new beginning, that blank canvas. I'm hearing the card on the base of the pack. We have Page of Raphael. Gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted, a new emotional situation. Messages regarding relationships or social invitations. Great intuitive insights coming through again. Yeah, I think this is a month of revelation for you. And I also think with the rune of Isa, of standstill, sometimes it actually is asking us to stand still. It's sort of saying, look, press the pause button. Don't be rushing at something. Be steady. Press the pause button and really review and reflect and meditate. Answers that come through meditation. Any decisions that are sitting around you, my lovely Geminis, anything that you feel has not been moving forwards at the speed that you want it to, take it easy. You know, just stop, review, reflect. I said in the energy update right at the start, you know, really take some significant press the pause button sort of along the way this month for all of us. There's real value in evaluating, because there's a very significant opportunity around the window of the solstice to energetically shift, and we can lean into that energy and really harness it. I think this is an important month. That's sort of what's coming through in the energy for you, Gemini. An important month in terms of the choices and the decisions you make. I want to say choose abundance rather than lack. That's a really clear message coming through here. And when I say abundance rather than lack, I'm really talking about embodying that. When you sometimes we want to embody abundance, or we think we are, and yet we're still thinking through the lens of, you know, of lack, really, or the internal dialogue within our mind is actually creating a block to the ability for us to receive. So I feel there's something here about really embracing wholeheartedly, recognizing that epiphany that you can shift the energy yourself. Actually, your thoughts are creating your world, your thoughts, your actions, and really becoming sort of very self-aware is actually what I see here. Looking at the twins, the Gemini twins, the two mer people, and the rune of the self, both looking at one another. This is like the self looking at the self. There may even be some situations around you that mirror something to you, and that becomes quite an epiphany where you suddenly see something through a different lens. But it creates a space of opportunity, of empowerment for you to shift and move. And then we have Archangel Dorenka. Hone your psychic abilities, see through illusion. Look at the bats of transformation. How amazing. This is, again, seeing through the illusion, looking at something from a different angle or a different perspective. And that frees you up, my lovely Geminis, to see the light at the end of the tunnel, to start afresh, to have a blank canvas, start a new page in the book kind of thing, to start new dreams. And sort of know that they are possible rather than being held back. There's something that's been holding you back that shifts. I think the energy around you is very much about liberating you from something this month, Gemini. This is the flow of energy. Now, beautiful souls, I'm going to, I think in a moment, move to your extended readings. They're available on both Patreon and also here on YouTube in the membership area. In the extended readings, what I'll do is sort of, obviously we're looking at the flow of energy, but I'll look at the flow of energy and we'll draw cards for your, you know, career, money, finances, your home life, your relationships, and just see what comes through with this kind of flow of energy. But I do feel this is a turning point for you this month in a really, really profound way, and the universe is absolutely 1000% behind you on this one. So beautiful Geminis, thank you so much for being here on YouTube and being a part of the Moon Magic Tarot community. Tons and tons of love, and you know, I will either see you in the extendeds or I hope to see you for another reading here on YouTube again really soon. Tons of love, beautiful souls. Lovely Cancer, welcome to your moon month reading. Let's have a look and see what's happening to you in June. 7 of Swords. This is interesting. I'm seeing you very, very thoughtful, pondering something potentially quite significant. Okay, let's draw some runes. I did feel another coming through, yes. Okay, so we have Hagelas, the rune of disruption. We have signs, signals, Anzus. We have Kano, the rune of openings. Okay, yeah, you are pondering something this month. We have Othilla, the rune of inheritance, of separation, of gain. We also have Gibbous. Now, this can be a gift. It can also be connected to partnership. How interesting. Okay. You're contemplating something I feel quite significant. If there's anything anything legal going on around you, seeing, you know, contracts being signed here. We need to draw more cards. What is happening to my lovely Cancers this month? You're looking wistfully out of this window here. It may be that there's something you actually have to attend to that you'd rather not. Actually, that's what I feel, as if you're having to knuckle down and work when you'd rather be on holiday, or if you're having to attend to a legal matter that you prefer not to, but you feel like you've got to. It's as if something pops up here with Hagalaz, the Great Awakener. You're shown something. I mean, we know this is a month of potential revelations, in an opportunity for evaluation. So maybe something is being shown to you that you actually genuinely need to attend to. And in a way, it could be that it arrives unexpectedly. And it's a sort of a departure from the route that you thought you were going to take. But I suspect it's actually a blessing in disguise, if I'm honest. I think it's an absolute gift. You know, both of these runes suggest a benefit. But there is a departure from something, so there may be some interruptions in your world. Something doesn't go as planned. You're needing to attend to it, or something comes in. This may be, the energy of this may be around you. I'm doing these readings ahead of time, so obviously we're not yet in that moon month, but well, it might be by the time you get to this, of course, by the time you find it. What are we doing now? We have the Four of Raphael. Seek out other possibilities. Yeah, there's an alternative way of doing something, an alternative route. Queen of Ariel, mature, practical, generous, happy, nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful, practical and wise advice. Okay, so yeah, there is something that comes up in your world. It could be around you already that's caused you to feel like your world isn't running quite as smoothly, or something that you thought was on track, you realise it isn't, but it is a blessing in disguise, actually. You know, you're going to be able to, whatever you change, whatever is done differently is going to be better because of it. Far, far better. We have the Star, absolutely. A dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. So I'm seeing a turning point. It may be that this tunes into the energy of the solstice. And of course, my lovely Cancers, it's your birthday time, isn't it, as well? So you have opportunity, I think, potentially, or birthday time for some of you. I think there's real opportunity here. It's like a blessing in disguise, or a silver lining in something, a dream come true. Something's going to shift and change, that even though it's not what you thought you wanted, it's basically going to be even better. That's what I'm seeing here. The end result will be the dream come true. It will be perfect for you. Okay, I'm seeing this card, I'm seeing this card, and I'm also seeing this. Let's look at these cards. What do we have for my lovely Cancers? We have Five of Gabriel, a challenge you can resolve, sitting under the Four of Raphael. Okay, withdraw from the drama of others, have patience with yourself and those around you. Yeah, there's some sort of disruption, and you might think it's a pain in the arse, but do you know what? The situation doesn't serve you. Five of Michael, release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. There's a better route here, there really is. And then we have the Ten of Gabriel. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. This is very interesting, because I think this may be a situation where, with Gibbous, the rune of partnership as well, I mean, maybe you're needing to navigate something because somebody thinks that it should be done one way and you'd like it to be done a different way, and you're needing to work out how best to navigate this. But everything in your reading, my lovely Cancer, is suggesting that the outcome will be absolutely on track, and reach out and ask for help. Get help, talk to the right people. I sort of feel if you ask your angels, the right guidance will come through to you. I mean, you may find it on a reading, you know, here on YouTube. You know, there are, you know, really, really good readers on YouTube. You know, and thank you for checking out and being here in the Moon Magic, on the Moon Magic Tarot channel. But I think you'll probably be able to get some answers if you need them, and you know, for some it may be turning to people, but for others it's really about asking your angels. It may be for some that you actually have to step away from people where too many people's opinions sort of cloudy the waters, because everybody's got a view on the situation, and actually the person whose view matters is yours here. This is your choice and your decision. All is well. How lovely. Archangel Jeremiah, everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to, with hidden blessings you will soon understand. Absolutely, there is a blessing in disguise. So I feel as though there's something you're having to navigate that feels a little bit disruptive or uncomfortable, or it's not the way you wanted it to go, or it feels challenging. But my lovely Cancer, you will come through this, even though it's let's call it, it's a pain in the butt. You'd rather not be doing it. You'd rather be outside, and you're having to really think about it and give it your time and give it your energy and give it your headspace. But it is worthwhile. The outcome will be very favourable. It really is a blessing. We have also Archangel Jules, align with the highest, go with the flow. What a beautiful card to receive here. I just feel this is all your beautiful watery energy. Look at the dolphin and this beautiful shell here. Align with the highest, go with the flow. This is very clear guidance actually for you. You know, talking about everybody having their sort of 10 penneth worth and everyone putting in their view and their perspective. Think about the higher perspective. Get still, get focused, rather than thinking about this as a negative, my beautiful soul. Look at it as a positive. Look for the silver lining. Look for the potential outcome. Look further ahead than now. You know, this is looking into the future, thinking about the longer term potentials here with this star card. I feel you're looking ahead, and I think you'll realize what is lovely. I'm not seeing this situation linger. I'm not seeing it hinder you for the whole month. What I'm seeing is a situation that's presenting itself that feels either unexpected or disruptive, or you know, you're having to deal with it when you'd rather not. But I do think actually it's a sign, it's a signal, it's actually bringing you an opening that's needed, and there is a gift and a blessing within this. So I think changing your perspective is going to help you to navigate this without feeling sort of held back by it, or sort of, you know, fed up while you're having to sit and wait for something, or you're having to give it your attention. Embrace it, see it as an opportunity, because actually it is. It's going to be a blessing, there's going to be a silver lining, and I think you'll reach that resolution point relatively quickly. Actually, it's certainly not going to linger into next month. That's not what I'm seeing here at all. I feel, you know, a dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. So I feel it's going to get processed, and actually once it's sorted, in many ways I think a load will be lifted from you actually. And it's possibly something that you'll suddenly realize there was something that was lingering, or a niggle or a problem, and now it's fixed, it's sorted. So I think the outcome will be so much better than you could possibly have imagined. So Cancer, I'm sorry in a way you're having to attend to something here, but actually in a way it really does feel like a blessing, and the best thing actually that could possibly have happened. So, you know, the energy and the message is very clear for you. Beautiful souls, this is your reading. I'm going to move into the extended now, I think, and I'll look at how this energy, I'll look in more detail at this energy of having to attend to something. We'll look more detail, and I'll look at it in terms of your just a general some general cards, but also your career, money, finances, your home life, and also your relationships, just to see what else we're shown, if any additional guidance comes through. But also look at this flow of energy for in those areas of your world. You're welcome to join me for the extendeds. They are available on Patreon or here on YouTube in the membership area. Otherwise, beautiful souls, I hope to see you for some other readings here on YouTube really soon. Thank you so much for being here. Lovely Leo, welcome to your moon month reading. Let's find out what's happening for you in June. I'm seeing this card for you, Child of Crystals. This is your first significator card for the month ahead. Okay, lovely Leo. This is Huckleberry Finn. He actually finds some treasure or something like that, and then it is almost like put into a trust fund for him, and so that he's basically looked after financially. Wondering what this is telling us about your moon month, lovely Leos. Let's draw some runes. So we have Awaz, the rune of defense. We have Kano, the rune of openings. We have Hagalaz, the rune of disruption, or a bit like Uranus, the great awakener, and then we also have the rune of harvest. Okay, actually, let's put those here. How interesting. I'm going to draw more cards. Let's draw some Archangel cards and see from the Archangel Tarot. We have the Emperor. Lovely Leo, what is going on for you this moon month? Two of Michael. So we've got stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. It will all be better if you just make a decision. Over analysing a problem, find a compromise. Okay, this is coming through here as well. Page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted, a new situation, new emotional situation. Okay, we have Nine of Raphael. Make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time of life, sitting under the Emperor. I think there is an opportunity in front of you, an opening. What this is will be unique to you. This is a general reading. It's like Huckleberry Finn. He finds this treasure and it opens his whole world up for him. But he has to, I won't say that he has to decide, because he's young. It's decided, a group of people who have his well-being in mind take charge of those funds to make sure that he can't like squander them all at once, so that he is basically looked after. That was the story I was told. You've got an opportunity in front of you, Kano, the rune of openings, but I think emotionally you don't know whether to take it or not. A new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. If there isn't an opportunity in front of you, my beautiful Leos, I think you'll be presented with one. My computer is making a noise. How interesting. It was like an interruption. I think something's going to land or arrive, possibly unexpectedly because of Hagalaz. If there is an opening already in front of you, it probably came unexpectedly. It was out of the blue. You didn't see it coming. If nothing is in front of you and you're just sort of happily daydreaming about your world, I think something is to be offered to you and you'll need to make a decision about it. However, I feel emotionally you might not be sure about what decision to make. That's what I feel I'm being shown here. We have 10 of Michael. A situation has ended and you're finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. We also have 5 of Michael. This situation doesn't serve you. How interesting. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. Now this is sitting underneath the 2 of Michael. If you just make a decision, I think you are over-analysing what to do about something. I think there is an opening or an opportunity in front of you, and I really think you don't actually know whether to take it or not. There's a lot of deliberating. You know, I'm hearing that song, should I stay or should I go? That song is sort of here. It's like you really aren't sure what to do about this. Now, for some of you, I think a situation has genuinely ended and you are needing to make a choice about moving on, and there are opportunities in front of you. For others, it may be that there has been something going on and that in itself has ended and you're needing to kind of wipe the slate clean and get started again. It looks as though this may connect to some element of relationship. Let's draw some more cards for you, my beautiful souls. May we have more information for my lovely Leo. You have 2 cards coming through from this pack. Archangel Sandalphon, tune into your divine potential, bring the world into harmony. Archangel Charity, give with an open heart, be generous. We've got the card of Harvest here. This is a card of fruition, of abundance. I think that there is a situation around you that you're, I just feel, Leo, there's something you're not quite sure what to do with this. And it's possible you're overthinking it. Taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. Life review. Take an inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Right, that's a lovely card coming in. I do feel, my lovely Leos, that there is a lot of opportunity around you. I genuinely feel that it is worthy of you doing exactly that, having a review. Sort of looking at the bigger picture as well. It may be that some of you have become a little, as we do, something's either become a little bit stale or a bit stuck, or complacent is a word, and it's not suiting you. You know, your lovely Leoness, your lovely vibrancy, your buoyancy, your fire, your passion, your bigness, your lovely Leoness. Something is almost too steady for you. It's like something's been a bit steady, a bit safe, and I'm not suggesting you should in any way do anything that's not safe, but it's become too complacent, and you're wanting, I feel like there's a spark that needs to come back into your world in some way, shape or form. And your reading is asking you to embrace things that will do exactly that, that will put you back in touch with your Leoness, put you back in touch with the Emperor within you, taking charge of this, not overanalyzing things, but being prepared to just, if something doesn't serve you, it's really fine to say so. If something's not working, just say this isn't working and try something different. You know, don't try to be too fixed about how something might work out. This is a kind of a letting it flow. Make a wish, let your dreams flow into reality. I do feel that there's been a lack of joy, a lack of spontaneity in your world, and this seems to me to be a moon month when you're being asked to really take charge of this with the Emperor, not sort of just expect it to arrive, but to take charge of it, to make some choices, make some decisions. Don't feel stuck or held back. Just, you know, shake your world up a bit. Be prepared to go out there if you feel like it. If there's something going on around you, a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships, social invitations. You know, sometimes we do just get into a zone where we're tired and we don't go out even though we've been invited to. And you know, no reading is here to tell you what to do, lovely Leos, but it does feel like this is a month to kind of really review and think about which bits of your world are making you feel alive, vibrant, passionate, which bits make your heart sing and which bits don't. And kind of have a review. Because with the solstice energy, we have an opportunity to turn things around. We have an opportunity to kind of shed a skin and find a new lease of life. And I think seeing you here, this sort of centre stage, really, you know, a situation has ended and you're finally free. It may be for some of you as well that something happened that really wore you down, you know, and you've been struggling and feeling exhausted and as if you couldn't really move forwards. And there's a need to acknowledge, if that's the case, that this is over. and you're now free to move forwards, not to remain in that sort of place of fear or worry or overthinking all the what ifs. This is really very much about kind of guidance that says get out there, have fun, be playful, tune into your potential, tune into the Leo-ness of you. Have a life review. If it's not resonating, it's really okay to shake things up and do something different. There's something that hasn't been working for you, and for some of you there may still be something around you that hasn't been working for you or isn't really working for you, or just elements of life that aren't working. Some are, some aren't. It's got that real flavour of this, and it's about taking charge, moving things forwards, going for it in a really good way. Leo, I'm loving the energy of this. I'm sorry that something hasn't felt good, but I feel there's an opportunity to kind of almost like to open up your world, open up your energy, raise your vibration. Not sort of remain in the sort of going over and over the fact that something isn't right, but taking charge of what can be, taking charge of what is right. And really, really take inventory. Think about all the different elements of your life. Maybe even do a vision board. What works, what doesn't. And then rather than overthinking, just, take some small steps to making something real. My lovely Leo, it feels like a really interesting month for you, my beautiful souls, with real opportunities to sort of almost shift your energetic resonance and to move beyond anything really that hasn't been quite working for you, quite singing for you. I think I'm going to move into the extended readings. What we'll do is look at how the energy here is affecting your home life, what's happening in your home life, what's happening in your working world, money, career, finances, and also in relationships as well, and see what this energy of review is about in those specific areas and see if we can get more information for you. But beautiful Leos, this is really most definitely a month, or this is what is being shown, this is as I'm seeing it, to really not sort of get emotionally or psychologically entrenched in trying to analyze something. This really is a time to just listen to how it feels. If it feels good, it's great for you. If it doesn't feel good, it's telling you something. Beautiful Leos, you're welcome to join me for the extendeds. They are on Patreon and also here on YouTube in the membership area. Beautiful souls, I'm sending you all the love in the world. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you either in the extendeds or for some other readings here on YouTube really soon. Tons of love, my beautiful souls, and I will see you again soon. Hello, my lovely Virgos. Let's draw your first card. What is happening for you this moon month? Oh, wow, you have the Seeker of Hearts. This is your first card, your significator card. Let's draw some runes as well. Okay. Wow, tons of runes coming out for you, Virgo. I think you've probably got more than any other sign so far. This is pretty amazing in terms of what we're seeing already, what's showing itself. You have the rune of flow and you have the rune of Berkana, growth. So Lagos, Berkana. You then have Perth, the rune of initiation. This is like a rite of passage. And Suelo, wholeness. This is the path that you must follow. So that's pretty exciting. We then have Fehu, possessions, nourishment, the rune of joy. Wow. And then we have Othilla. This is the rune of inheritance, of gain, of separation. But something really beneficial is coming because something has been let go of. I'm seeing you open your heart here, or needing to open your heart to something, to allow something in. What else are we shown for my lovely Virgos? A lot of my Virgo friends have had some big stuff they've been navigating that's gone on for quite a long time, interestingly enough. Not short-term stuff, quite long-term things. So what is going on? Four of Raphael. Seek out other possibilities. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. Okay, well, I always think emotional awareness is the key to so much. We have perspective. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. Okay. Wow. Wow, my lovely Virgos, what is happening for you? Six of Raphael, embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. Okay. You need to open your heart, lovely Virgos. Let something in or allow yourself to process something. And in order to move beyond it, it's interesting we have Othilla sitting here at the bottom. Othilla is a rune of separation. It's a rune of inheritance and gain because we've let go of something. It's like we release something, we let it fly, and then because we have released it, what we actually want comes back to us. Joy, possessions, nourishment. The pathway that's right for you, wholeness. This feels like a very big month for you, my lovely Virgos, a really big month. As if you are on the verge of a new phase of life, it's not even like a new chapter, it's more like the sequel to the previous book. It's more than just a chapter of a book. It feels like a whole new phase, a whole new book, and wow, a whole new adventure. Yes, what holds you back here? Embrace your inner child. Are you fearful of being hurt? In a way, the Tin Man here, Seeker of Hearts, the Tin Man from, the Lion, not the Lion, the Witch and the, I always call it the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and it's not. It is Dorothy and Toto and the Wizard of Oz. That's the one, the Yellow Brick Road. But the Tin Man, he was looking for a heart. He didn't believe he had one, but in fact, he did have one all along. And that's all about emotions. I think you're needing to allow your emotions to, it's like hear your emotions, listen to your emotions, understand that they're telling you something. What else do we have here? Three of Gabriel, prosperity arising from wise planning, time to take the next step, optimistic plans that turn out as expected. Fabulous. We have Five of Michael. This situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. Ten of Michael. A situation has ended. You are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. This was exactly what I was saying with Othilla. Put the past behind you. If any of you have an opportunity to literally set sail, to go abroad, or just take a journey, go on a journey, I just feel it's time to move forwards. That's your biggest message, my lovely Virgos. It's time to move beyond something that you have really held on to for, I think, for a long time. This is like a rite of passage where you can start literally a new book. It's probably not even the sequel because it's a new book. If you were a writer, it wouldn't be the sequel to the previous one. It would be a whole new book full of whole new characters, whole new storylines. This is what I'm seeing as a really big energy of new opportunities, particularly, I will say, with the heart. If you are looking for a new relationship, if you've come out of a relationship or a situation that wasn't okay for you, embrace your inner child, new friends. This is all about getting out there, letting it flow, going with the flow. You've kind of got to be in it to win it, haven't you? You've got to get out there. We have compassion. Archangel Zadkiel says, soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. I do feel something hasn't worked out or didn't work out. And I sort of always feel like it was just, I mean, for some of you, it was one of those things. But there's no purpose in judgment or blame. It's not helping anyone. It's really important to just let it go, to move beyond it, go with the flow. Because I think it's still lingering. There's something lingering that's holding you back. Archangel Samael, choose harmonious responses, act with wisdom and grace. Lovely Virgos, it's really, really time to release yourself from something of your past. Change your perspective if it made you feel that something you wanted would never happen. There's something that that you kind of got sort of entrenched in a particular pathway. Actually, with Suella, you were on a particular pathway. You really thought that was the right pathway for you. Change your perspective, because I don't think it was, or if it was right, it was right then, but it's not right now. Okay, there is a shift in the energy. There is something more coming in for you. I'm actually going to draw a couple more cards for you. Most of the readings have sort of, the cards have shown enough here, but I'm going to draw more for you. May we ask for a little bit more information about this? The Emperor, Archangel Uriel, stability and deficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. Also seeing this one. Three of Michael, release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. Yeah, there's something that was very big in your past that you've had to sort of move beyond it, or you are. And I think it's been a real challenge, my beautiful souls. I really do, my lovely Virgos. But this is now, I really think it was a path. You thought you were on the right path, and it turned out not to be the right path. Now, this is a general reading. In the extended readings, I will look at money, career, finances. I will look at relationships. I will look at your home, your family, or your immediate world around you, particularly in relation to the overall flow of energy, which is about letting go and moving on and releasing the past. But, you know, so we'll go into more depth. But for the general part of your reading here, I just feel that you thought you were on track. I think you thought you knew where you were going, and it must have felt like life threw you a bit of a curveball, or just because something that you believed would be stable wasn't, or that something. I think you had a very firm belief about something and about what it would be and what it would mean. And I think you're sort of in this, or you have been in this process of coming to terms with the fact that it hadn't worked out, and it turned out not to be what you thought it would be. However, that doesn't mean there isn't a new chapter of life, a new book to write. It's now time to really embrace that. The messages are very clear. No reading ever tells you what to do. It's entirely up to you. It's, you know, you have conscious free will and choice. But the guidance really here is repeating again and again. It's time to let go. It's time to release the past. It's time to move on. Start to take steps towards the future. A situation has ended. Everything here is really acknowledging that a chapter has closed, and it's time to go with the flow and build the new, my beautiful Virgos. Beautiful souls, this is your reading for this month. I'm going to move on into the extendeds. As I mentioned, I'll be drawing a lot more cards around those different, particularly in those different areas. You are welcome to join me. You can access those additional readings on either Patreon or on in the membership area of YouTube. Otherwise, beautiful souls, I look forward to seeing you for some other readings really, really soon here on YouTube. Tons of love, my beautiful Virgos. Wonderful Libra, beautiful souls. Let's see what's happening for you this moon month. May we have an initiator card for you, please. Beautiful source spirit, thank you. Wow, you have Seeker of Swords. How fascinating. This actually came out in one of the other readings. So Seeker of Swords, you're at a turning point here. Maybe there's a dilemma, which way to go. Let's get some runes for you, my beautiful souls, and see what else we are shown, my lovely Libra. Perhaps there is a decision to be made. We have Rado, the rune of journey. We have Suelo, the rune of wholeness. How very interesting. We have Algiz, the rune of protection. We have Isa, the rune of standstill, and we have Flow, Lagos, the rune of flow. Okay, I'm going to put those down here. It's interesting that Isa came out sort of last, actually. Let's see where we are going with that. Let's get some angel cards for you straight away, my beautiful Libra. Okay, your first card. 10 of Michael. A situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. Okay, so I am seeing this turning point, this decision making or a change in direction or an opportunity to make a new choice. The Seeker of Swords is actually the Knight of Swords in a traditional pack, and there's a sort of a clarity that comes here in the story of the Yellow Brick Road, the Wizard of Oz. The Scarecrow who thinks that he's stupid, we realise that he's very, very wise. You know, he wants to get a brain, and actually he has a brain, and he's really, in the end, he's the character that Dorothy turns to for advice and guidance. So I feel there's some sort of, maybe the advice and guidance is being given to you. I'm seeing you centre stage in some way, so I'm wondering if you are really taking your, almost like your own leadership role in moving something forwards with Rado, the Rune of Journey, and Sewello. Sewello speaks of the pathway to wholeness, the path you need to follow for your own well-being. Protection, this is a rune, Algis, that asks us to be aware of our emotions, the highs as well as the lows. So a situation is going to end for you. Something that perhaps you haven't been certain about which way to go, my lovely Libra, on this. We then have the 9 of Ariel. Wow, your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success. A love for the beautiful things in life. Wow, that is stunning. I'm seeing something being resolved, actually, and of you really moving forwards. Dreams being fulfilled, perhaps something you've struggled to work on or to create or to manifest. Just, you know it's the path you must follow, the wholeness. It's coming together here. What else do we have for my lovely Libra? I do see this card here, the Magician. Okay, so we are in the realms of manifestation. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. Do you know, I was about to say it's sort of what you need is magically appearing. And I thought, oh, that's a bit of a loaded statement to make. But here we have it. What you need will magically appear. I'm seeing this card. I'm seeing this, actually there's 4 here for you. Let's take all 4. We have 5 of Gabriel. A challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. We have Ace of Raphael. A positive new emotional experience. Fulfilling romantic relationships. Deep and lasting spiritual insights. We have 7 of Michael. There is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. And then the Star. Wonderful. A dream come true. Believe in yourself. The end of a difficult situation. Now, this is coming across time and again. I think we can see this really clearly in your reading, Libra, that a situation that has been difficult is coming to an end. There's a positive new emotional experience. A challenge can be resolved. It can be sorted. Your dreams are fulfilled. A situation has ended. A dream is coming true. What I see is actually a big shift, a turnaround. It's not simply that you work out which way to go. This is more than that, my lovely Libra. This is the path you must follow. This is something that you have dreamed of. Something you have dreamed of arrives. Something that you really want arrives. I don't know what that will be because it will be unique to you each. So I will be doing extended readings. They're available on both Patreon and also here on YouTube in the membership area. And I will look at your love and relationships. I'll look at work, career, money, finances, and also your home life as well, the stuff that's going on around you in detail. But what your reading is saying is that something you really desire is about to manifest. Successful beginnings, a positive new emotional experience. I had a little burp there, my apologies, Libra. But something that has been a challenge is resolved and it's ended, it's over. And this feels really great. And now a new direction, a new pathway can unfold for you. But it isn't just that you're setting forth in the hope that a new pathway will unfold, or you're stepping into the unknown. Something is arriving that you really, really want. It's like a dream come true that sets you forth on that new pathway. Wow, the energy is buzzing actually for you, Libra. It really, really is. Let's draw more cards for my lovely Libra. Okay, we have Life Review. Now this is making sense now. We have the Rune of Standstill of Ice. I really thought, why are we ending up with the Rune of Ice? This is interesting. I'll sit with this, because everything seems to be opening, emerging, flowing, leaving behind something that didn't work or that was a challenge. And it's like this wonderful something arriving. And yet we have ice, the Rune of Standstill. That is because as something arrives, whatever this is for you, it is absolutely going to be appropriate, probably towards the end of the month, for you to really review, or maybe even as and when this arrives for you, it unfolds. It's going to be important for you to stop and evaluate and review and decide what this pathway is going to look like. Take inventory of your life, resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. And we have Archangel Sandalphon as well. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations and environments. I think you are, my lovely Libras, very sensitive. I mean, I think you are very sensitive souls anyway. It's part of your lovely Libra-ness. I think, you need balance, you need harmony. And when things are not right, or they're out of balance or out of kilter, or there's any discord, it doesn't fit with you at all. It really, really doesn't. Your energy wants balance, you want harmony. And actually, you are ultra sensitive to things that are out of balance. And so I think whatever the situation is that's coming to an end in your world, it gives you an opportunity to really evaluate and review. It gives you the headspace to be able to really think about, when whatever this is arrives for you, to really think about how you want to take something forwards. What do you want the next chapter of your world to look at? How can you make sure that the next chapter of your world is in balance? We have four cards showing up for you in this pack. Let's look at them all. Archangel Jeremiah, learn from your challenges, then relax and trust. Yeah, something comes to an end, and I think it's been a bit of a journey, quite frankly. You've learned a lot, you've gained a lot along the way, but I do think in any transition, when the one thing that you have wanted suddenly arrives, however amazing it is, you'll feel the impact of how long it's been to get there, or how hard you've had to work to get there. It's just a natural emotional response. And this rune speaks of emotions. There's a processing to do. Remember who you are. Take action when you are ready. Archangel Mallory. We have Archangel Dorenka, hone your psychic abilities, see through illusion. Lady Gaia, your challenges are lessons, you are loved and welcome on earth. So beautiful, Libra. I feel you're leaving something behind, whatever this is. It's interesting, many of my Libra friends have definitely experienced what has felt like quite a prolonged period of things just not quite coming together, or usually for most of them it's something they really, really want, and it's like they get close to it and then that kind of dissolves and hasn't worked out, and then they get close to it. There's been a definite toing and froing of energy around my Libra friends, and I think this is the turning point when there's something lands, it comes home to you. How beautiful. You are loved, you are welcome here on earth. And I think because when it arrives, it's because you have learned from your challenges. There'll be an opportunity, I think, to seize the moment because it's right for you, to sit in this sort of energy of transition to something that is really beautiful, and then press the pause button and say, wow, I'm here, I got here, I did it. You know, almost it feels like against all odds, I'm here and I did it. And, you know, that is the standstill rune here. It's not that things aren't continuing to flow, but there's a real honouring of how hard you've worked to get here. That's what I'm seeing here. You know, your challenges are lessons, you are loved and you are welcome here on earth. There's a real honouring of how hard you've worked to get to the point where whatever this is for you, it has arrived. Libra, this is beautiful. It really, really is. So be gentle with yourself. Stop and just take stock and enjoy and review, my beautiful souls, whenever this arrives for you, whatever it is for you. I think, beautiful souls, I'm going to move into the extended readings. It may be that we get a lot more detail about what this is, because we'll be looking at home, relationships, money, career, finances, and I'll draw some general cards as well just to get additional information. But Libra, I feel the journey you've been going on, it's sort of like it comes together, it completes, you become whole. It flows into a space of possibility, and you will feel the emotional impact of the time it's taken for this to emerge, to manifest, but manifest it will. And I think it just puts you in the most positive place, but with also a feeling of needing to take some time out, relax, because it's been a big journey to get to where you are. So really honouring you, Libra. It really, really is. And how exciting. I always want to say, at last, this something that you have really wanted is here for you. How fab, how brilliant. Beautiful Libras, I'm sending you the biggest hug ever. You're welcome to join me for the extendeds. As I said before, they're on Patreon or here in the membership area of YouTube if you'd like more information. Otherwise, beautiful souls, I look forward to seeing you, if this is resonating with you, in another reading really soon here on YouTube. Tons of love, beautiful souls. Scorpio, welcome to your moon month reading. Let's see what's happening for you this moon month. I am actually seeing this as your significator card. You have the card of Rapunzel. How interesting. Look at this. How beautiful. Somebody coming in, almost like coming into your rescue or coming in to save the day. I wonder what this is about. Okay, Scorpios, let's draw some runes and then we'll dive into our angel cards. Okay, so you have the rune of Aries. This is the rune of strength, with Kano, the rune of openings. You then have Anzus. This is signs, signals. So there's timing going on around you here. You've got the blank rune and you have the rune of joy. Wow. The blank rune and the rune of joy. This is fab, my lovely Scorpios. Right. There is something that I think there's something going on that's been a bit of an endurance test that's been going on around you, or that's what it's felt like. I think you've been waiting, feeling quite stuck, feeling quite trapped, and just waiting for an opening, waiting for a window of opportunity, waiting for something to lift, for some assistance to come in. And I think the timing is now right for that to happen, with the rune of signals, synchronicities. And this creates a space of possibility. The rune of joy is fabulous. It's like getting the sun card. It's like a new dawn. So the mist lifts, the fog clears, and the blue skies come out. So this is looking lovely for you, Scorpio. Let's get more information. Loving the energy of this for you. I really am. Let's see what else we're shown for lovely Scorpios. So 6 of Ariel. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. Fabulous. I've got this feeling of almost relief, like something comes in that kind of lifts the weight of a burden or a feeling of being trapped or stuck. I'm not sure what that is about for you, my lovely Scorpios. Let's continue. 4 of Raphael. Seek out possibilities, other possibilities. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. And what else do we have here for my lovely Scorpios? I'm seeing this card for you. The High Priestess. Yes, timing, powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. Okay, yeah, I think that there is, I'm saying this for you, King of Raphael. That's interesting. Yes, it is safe to trust. Look at this. The ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. Okay, lovely Scorpios. What? Okay, and there are your next two cards. Lovely. We have Page of Gabriel. Energetic, brave, optimistic, playful. Follow your passion. You're ready for any challenge. Opportunities for excitement and adventure. Six of Gabriel. Congratulations. You've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project. Awards, scholarships, or promotions. I mean, this is like the Six of Wands. It's a card of success. Okay. So, something, Scorpio, that you have been, I wouldn't say struggling with, endurance, strength. You've had to persevere with it. It has felt like an endurance test, a testing. Can you get to the end? Can you do it? Can you achieve it? And I think you do. Now, for some of you, this is something you've been working on. Congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. It's now time to move on to the next. This is amazing. You get an award. You get the financial abundance that should come in for the thing you've been working on. How fantastic. For some of you, it may literally be like a physical circumstance where you've been held back. If you've been poorly and not well, you might find that something comes in to give you either the resources, the finances, or the medical assistance, or something comes in, or your health just returns. You find you get your vitality back. But something is coming in. For some of you, someone is coming in as well. With the King of Raphael, Archangel Raphael, it's often said that Archangel Raphael sometimes comes in sort of almost embodied within a person. Sometimes an actual person comes in to assist. Yes, it is safe to trust. So there's a lot to be done here, the ability to accomplish many things at once, follow your creative passions. But I sort of feel, Scorpios, that you have been investing in something or trying to make something happen. And this is the time when it kind of comes together, actually. This is the shift that we're seeing here. Look for the magic in life. Some of you, I think, are tired. I think you've been working at something. It's felt like a slog. It's felt like you'd never get to the end goal. I do think for many of you, someone comes in to assist. We have this lovely little prince coming in here to find Rapunzel and get her out of that tower. Okay, let's draw some more cards. Let's see what else we're shown for my lovely Scorpios. We have, remember who you are. Archangel Michael, you are a powerful, loving and creative child of God. You are very loved. Career transition. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. Archangel Chamuel. This could be the break that you have been looking for, the lucky break for some of you. The rune of joy sometimes indicates, well, I mean, it's a gift, it's a blessing. The opening you've been waiting for, the lucky break, that point when you're so tired and exhausted, you just think, you know, what am I doing? It's never going to happen. And suddenly it happens. Yeah, I think there's something coming in here that will bring assistance, that will enable you to follow your passions or to overcome a challenge or to get out of a difficult situation. That's the kind of flavour of the energy around you, my beautiful Scorpios. You know, it's the card of success, and we have the High Priestess, which really indicates that you're being guided. Reflection and meditation that provide valuable information. Be at peace. Yeah, maybe a tricky situation where you have felt trapped or not okay resolves itself. This is a general reading, so I'm really picking up on the energy and the kind of way that that energy could be affecting your world. I will be doing extended readings for anyone that's interested in those, and I will look at your home life, I'll look at your money, career, finances, I'll look at your relationships in more detail and look at how this energy flow is affecting those different areas. But we are seeing success here. We're seeing a blessing of a change of I'm seeing change of circumstances. That, I think, is the biggest message here. Your circumstances are about to change. I think for many of you, someone will be coming in to assist you in creating that change. Could be that it is just divine guidance, that you receive the signals, the signs, the synchronicities. But as you navigate it, I think then the right people will arrive at the right time, my lovely Scorpios. This really is, a change in your circumstances, a turnaround, a shift, an opening. Very, very lovely. And I feel you deserve it. There's a really strong message coming through that says, do you know what? You've worked for this. You've had to really deal with a lot of stuff to get to this point. You deserve it. I think you know you deserve it as well. You know when you just know you deserve it and you think, come on, universe, where's the outcome of this? Where's the reward? And this feels like the moon month when this can come to you. There's a shift and a turn, an opening. I think this is a lovely turnaround, because it does feel as though some of you have really had to work your socks off to get to where you are without necessarily seeing the results, or you've really had to work hard to endure something or to keep going. And this is the turn and the shift in the energy. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Remember who you are. You are a powerful, loving and creative child of God. Remember, you are loved. Whatever the endurance test has been, whatever you've had to struggle with, if it's a health issue or a mental health issue, whatever you've struggled with, this feels like the turnaround time. My beautiful Scorpios, I'm going to move into the extendeds. Your messages are very, very clear for this moon month. There's so much encouragement, so much support, and you are very, very loved. Beautiful souls, you're welcome to join me in the extendeds. They'll be on Patreon or here in the membership area of YouTube. And otherwise, I look forward to seeing you for another reading really, really soon. Thank you so, so much for joining me today, beautiful souls. Tons of love. Sagittarius, welcome to your monthly readings. Let's see what, oh wow, your card is flying out. Your first card, your significator. What is happening for you this moon month? Okay, so we have the Seeker of Swords. Look at this. I feel like you might actually be at a crossroads. How interesting. Let's draw some runes and then we will dive into our angel cards. Okay, lovely Sagittarius, what's happening here? We have, well, the first two runes for starters that are showing. So we have Perth, the rune of initiation, and we have Wunjo, the rune of joy. How fabulous. This is like a new dawn. It's a beautiful energy. I mean, it's like the card of the sun in the tarot. It's just fabulous. How interesting that we have the rune of Perth as well. This is often indicating like a rite of passage. So we're seeing some kind of energy of a crossroads. Which way do you go? Okay, maybe a decision to make. We have the rune of Isa, stand still, and we have the rune of fertility. We then have the rune of Kano. This is the rune of openings. And then we have the rune Awaz. In fact, no, it's not Awaz, it's Algiz. My apologies. Algiz, the rune of protection. How interesting. Now, this speaks about emotions, managing your emotions. And that can mean the highs. It doesn't necessarily mean difficult emotions, the highs and the lows. Let's draw some angel cards and see what else we are shown here. I'm seeing some kind of a turning point for you. Or something could go either way. A decision that you might want to make. We have, do you know, I'm seeing these four cards. Let's start with these. I'm seeing this as well. And this one too. Okay, lovely Saggies. We have 3 of Michael. Release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. Another 3, 3 of Gabriel. How interesting, because 3s are a turning point. Every 3 in the tarot indicates some kind of a turning point. 3 of Gabriel, prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step, optimistic plans that turn out as expected. Wonderful. 10 of Michael, a situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. So there is a turning point for you. You are letting go of something, moving beyond something, moving to a space of joy, of possibility. 2 of Ariel, it's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. We have 3 of Ariel, do what you love, a time of great personal, another 3, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavours, working with others in a cooperative manner. And then Page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted, a new emotional situation, aha. Messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. Okay, beautiful souls. Let's lean into the energy. Now, in a traditional pack of tarot, the Seeker of the Swords is the Knight of Swords. So there's a sort of a clarity of direction to be gained, clear thinking. Release the past. I am wondering whether this moon month, my lovely Saggies, what I see is a massive turning point. You've got 3 3s. I mean, that's just mind-blowing in terms of numbers and synchronicities. 3 3s. I feel that you're at a turning point where I think you can also become visible in some way. I'm seeing you on a stage here, and I'm seeing you like the world opening up for you. We've got a new emotional situation, Kano, the rune of openings. Something that I think you have felt quite stuck around changes. It could be that your perspective changes. Let's get some more cards. It could be that an actual circumstance changes. But I am really seeing you elevating your energy, becoming clearer, not bogged down in the kind of, I don't know, I almost feel like you end up with a freedom of thought. If there's stuff that's been taking up your headspace or your airplay, that this is now shifting. We have 2 cards showing for you. We have Clairvoyance, Archangel Raziel, I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Oh, wow. And Claircognizance as well. To get both of these cards is incredible. Talk about clear thinking, clear seeing. Wow, you do see something with real clarity, and it enables you to be free of something from the past. Something, and this could be recent past. It doesn't have to be past history. For some of you, this is a generic reading. It will be historical. It will be something that's been lingering or clinging for a while. But for some of you, it's recent stuff. It's just something that's lingering. Claircognizance, Archangel Uriel, pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. My goodness me, the angels are really, really walking with you this moon month, Saggies. You are letting go of something that has hindered you. This is a turning point where you can move forwards. It's like your ship comes in, you can set sail, sort of unencumbered. It's like, almost I feel like the weather turns. You know, when you listen to, I don't know if you've ever had conversations with fishermen where they're sitting in the harbour waiting to go out to sea, but they can't. You know, the weather's too tumultuous, there's stuff going on, the tides aren't right. It's kind of like suddenly everything is right for you to set sail, to set forth. How beautiful, and quite genuinely, prosperity arising from wise planning. I think things maybe are coming forth that you have previously invested in. You have a clarity of direction coming to you. Clear thinking, clear mind. But there's a lot of joy here as well. Have balance, working multiple jobs or projects, making work fun. I feel whatever you are doing, you're going to love it. You're going to have fun this moon month, as well as it's like this shift from a space of feeling a bit heavy, a bit weighted, a bit conflicted, having indecision, to clear thinking, clear forward motion, fertility. This rune of fertility, Ingus, it speaks of completion of beginnings. It's really in alignment with the threes, the same energy of the three. It's a turning point. It's a new space of fertility where something is ending, you're wrapping something up, and you're therefore free to move forwards. It's kind of like you've crossed the T's, dot the I's, you can now move ahead. Something that previously held you back. The rune of Isa, it's like the rune of ice, it melts. The ice melts, there's a flow. Kano is wonderful, and I'm very curious about this new emotional situation. Let's draw some clarifying cards about this. I will, in the extended readings, there are extended readings available today, I will be looking at very specifically your home life, your career, money, finances, and also your relationships. So if you're interested in the extended readings, they'll be available on Patreon or also on in the YouTube membership area. You have access to all the readings for all signs. You know, it's not like a individual one you have to pay for. They're both sites that work on donations, actually, although YouTube is a fixed price and Patreon is you donate as little or as much as you wish. Let's get clarification on this new emotional situation. Archangel Hope, look for a cosmic gift. Remember, you deserve it. Wow, a blessing is being brought to you. Now, the new emotional situation, how that comes in, I mean, that could affect any part of your world, so we'll check it out in the extendeds, but messages regarding relationships, social invitations. I think if there is an invitation, look for a cosmic gift. It would be worthy of accepting it. I do feel you might end up being on center stage, following through, finding balance in your working world and loving it. Balance being restored. Archangel Gersisa, create a solid spiritual foundation, be in service to the planet. Some of you may even begin to get clarity on your calling, your direction. You may be given thoughts and ideas that actually send you forth, knowing that that's, you know, a period of perhaps lack or a period of feeling that you haven't been enjoying life or enjoying your work is about to shift and change. This is very interesting. Look for a cosmic gift and remember you deserve it. That's a very important element of this. A new emotional situation. It could be a new job, a new project, a new idea. But your angels are the angels, the archangels. Sagittarius, they are absolutely working with you. Really, really closely with you this moon month, beautiful souls. You know, your ship is ready to sail and you'll be given the guidance you need to set forth whatever area of your world this is about. I mean, this is seriously wow. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's like this rite of passage to joy, to happiness. How fabulous. And I do see, I said when I first looked at this room, you know, this is about emotions. It doesn't necessarily mean negative ones. I think in your case, Sagittarius, we are talking about absolute positivity. Embrace the joy, beautiful souls. Don't hold back. Remember, you deserve it. This feels like something of a major blessing is to be brought to you, and your angels will guide you to receive. Beautiful souls. I'm going to move to the extendeds. You're welcome to join me. If not, I really look forward to seeing you for some other readings here on YouTube really soon. Tons of love, Sagittarius. Lovely Capricorns, welcome to your monthly reading. Let's have a look and see what's happening this moon month. You have the Four of Swords as your primary card, your significator. Let's draw some runes as well, and then we'll dive into angels. Let's have a look what angel cards. But yes, so perhaps the angels will dive into us. I'm sure they will arrive. We have Rado, the rune of journey. This is the first one that's showing, which is really interesting. Look at this card, your first card. I am seeing you on a journey, moving something forwards. If any of you are literally going on a journey this moon month, during June or into the very beginning of July, let's find out what that's about, see how that is going to emerge. whether this is a journey externally or internally, I'm seeing a progression of something. Now we have the rune of harvest, wonderful. We then have the rune of gateway. We then have the rune of strength, Thurizaz, and Hagalaz as well. Okay, so, in fact, Uruz, my apologies, Thurizaz is the rune of gateway. Do you know, my lovely Capricorns, this is a very, very interesting read already. I think you're aiming to get somewhere this month. It could be that you're trying to bring something to fruition, to harvest, and you have plans. It could be that you are literally going on a journey, in which case the harvest is the destination. But what is fascinating is that you may need to pause along the way. There may need to be a review point. Now, bearing in mind, if you listened to the energy update at the beginning of the video, this is definitely a month when the incoming flow of energy, the astro energy, is really encouraging sort of fairly regular moments of pause, moments of review. I think there's a big review sort of bang in the middle of the month here. You know where you want to get to, you know where you want to go, but there is definitely a review and then a need to sort of persevere, actually, to keep going with the rune of strength with Uruz. I always feel like the universe has your back when this rune shows up. Hagalaz is interesting as your final rune because Hagalaz is the great awakener. It's like Uranus. There's an energy of awakening, an energy of happening. I'm really being drawn to the cards. I have them sitting in front of me, just over here, that we drew for the Astro-Moon diary and journal. I'm just going to bring them in. I haven't done this with any of the other signs, but I'm feeling like I want to do this with you. We've got during June and then into July, we've got this sort of flow of energy where you're having to navigate something, review, compromise, negotiate, but still hold strong in your purpose. See a real sense of determination. How interesting, the candle has just gone out. I'm going to relight that for you. It feels very symbolic that you'll have to pause, I think, with the rune of gateway as your month progresses. So you're kind of on track, but you're going to need to pause. And I feel like you're then going to need the strength of your own convictions. You're going to need to possibly, determination is coming through here in order to then shine, in order to get to that final destination. Let me place those cards over here for a moment. Now, let's do your candle first of all. I can't help feeling this is sort of quite symbolic of the fact that something is going to need to be paused, reviewed, and then restarted. I mean, it may be that you do just take some time out if you are going on a journey, traveling, perhaps taking a break or a holiday or something, but one way or the other, something that you are moving towards, I feel you need to stay on track, but I kind of want to say expect interruptions, expect diversions, expect the unexpected, but something of value, something of an awakening will come from this. Let's draw angel cards and see what else we're shown for this moon month for my lovely Capricorns. Justice. Fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favour. Don't give up. This is exactly the energy that was coming through in the runes. Really, don't give up. Keep going. Something may stop you in your tracks, or you may have to attend to something, but have the courage of your convictions. You're on track, you're just going to have to sort of possibly stand up for something on the way. We then have the moon, Archangel Haniel, the opportunity to improve your plans. Brilliant. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. So if there is an interruption or something needs to be attended to, I think there's a very positive outcome that excuse me, the course correcting or the tweaking of something. It would be like if, I don't know, if you were writing a book and you expected, you set yourself the goal or the target to complete that novel by the end of the month. That was your task, your goal, and you had decided this is what you were doing, and then something comes along to cause a disruption along the way. You have to step away from it, but within that process, a whole new ending sort of emerges, and it will be a better ending for your story. So you can then come back to it refreshed, awakened, with a new direction, a new clarity. So something is potentially coming along, and it will assist you in improving what you're working on. There'll be a bettering of something. It may not feel like it at the time, because if you're really on, or you're on track and you're in flow and you want to keep going and something happens, it sometimes just feels like a real inconvenience. Sort of got almost like a Mercury retrograde kind of flavour to it. So let's have a quick look here. Yeah, let's do this. Page of Ariel: reliable, clever, educated, balanced. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarship or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. So everything here is indicating, my beautiful Capricorns, that there's going to be something quite fantastic arriving, but it's not what you were expecting to do. So I can't necessarily, I don't know if we'll be shown what it is. I'll look in the extended readings in more detail at this. I don't know if you're going to be shown what it is simply because you're being told that something perhaps potentially unexpected, an opportunity is to be offered to you. Let's find out a little bit more. We have 10 of Ariel. There is so very much to be grateful for. Financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. Okay. I feel from this card that what you're going to be offered, gosh, it has long-term potential. It's something that can really, it will be better than what you thought you were aiming for. There is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you, a spiritual quest. I actually think whatever is going to be offered to you, whatever comes as an interruption, is really, it's going to be a real gem, actually. I love that Spirit and Source and your spirit team are giving you the heads up of this, because I think sometimes when we get an interruption or something doesn't run to plan, we can really feel quite down by it, or as if things aren't running smoothly, and we question whether what we're meant to be doing. And actually, this is really saying this is an opportunity that has a real long-term permanence about it. It's got stability, it's got success written all over it. It's not exactly what you thought you were going to be achieving this month. And then we have 6 of Ariel. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. That is really beautiful. I really feel you are going to be very, very supported. The universe has your back on this one, but I don't think things will necessarily run smoothly, though that's the energy of the month, actually, that we could see a bit of a bumpy road. On the other hand, what your reading is suggesting, Capricorn, is that the bumpy road is going to be really beneficial for you. It's going to be showing you things and potentially opening up a new direction. You have the card of victory. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. So it's either opening up a slightly new direction, or it's elevating something you're doing so that it will be bigger, better, have a greater, longer term potential. There's something coming in for you, my beautiful souls, that will be, you'll need to review, you'll need to evaluate. But wow, it's a seriously beneficial outcome. That's what we're seeing here. Prosperity. Wow. Archangel Ariel, your material needs are provided for as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Capricorn, this is a stunning moon month for you. I feel that you are really, really being looked after here. Even though, curiously enough, you won't necessarily get from A to B as you'd planned. How fascinating. But you are really being looked after. This is gorgeous. Lady Gaia, your challenges are lessons. You are loved and welcome on earth. So yeah, it may feel like a challenge, but my goodness me, it's bringing you abundance. It's bringing you success. It's opening up a new avenue for you. Archangel Gersisa, create a solid spiritual foundation, be in service to the planet. Gosh, some of you may even find that the direction you're taken in kind of identifies or highlights your calling or your purpose, or helps you to fine tune it, so the direction you thought you were going in may alter a little bit. But wow, Capricorn, this is stunning. You are seriously being looked after this month by the universe in such a good way. This is bringing in a foundation for the longer term. I am loving your reading, really loving it. Beautiful souls, I think I'm going to move into the extendeds. So they are available on Patreon or in the membership area of YouTube, here on YouTube. And what I'm going to do, I think, is I'll draw some general cards around what's coming in and what this interruption or pause or unexpected thing might be, see what we're shown, and then I'll draw cards for your home world, your sort of immediate world around you, for your work, career, money, finances, and also for relationships, and see what shows up in those areas of your life for this month. So beautiful Capricorns, I will join some of you in the extendeds, and I wish all of you an amazing month. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you, if not in the extendeds, in the in another reading really soon here on the Moon Magic Tarot channel. Tons of love, beautiful souls. Lovely Aquarius, let's have a look and see what is happening for you for this moon month, this month of June. You have the 8 of Hearts as your significator card, so let's have a look and see what we are shown. I really feel like there is a bit of a celebration, that's the energy that's coming off this card for you. Let's have a look at your runes and draw angel cards. So we have, well, Gibbous, the rune of partnership, is the first rune that's actually showing itself. This is also a gift. Okay, we have the rune of the self. We have the rune of joy. There is an energy of celebration around you, Aquarius. What's happening in your world? You have the rune of journey, and you have the rune of answers, signs, signals, synchronicities, something coming together. Okay, let's draw some angel cards as well. There's a very buoyant energy coming off your reading already, Aquarius. Very, very interesting energy. Let's see. May we get information about the moon month for Aquarius. We have perspective. This is interesting. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. Now that's resonating. The dare to be different. Material needs get fulfilled. 6 of Ariel. In magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness. Giving or receiving with a grateful heart. Okay. And we did say this is the rune of gifts. It is not just a rune of partnership, but of gifts. Although, of course, a partnership can, of course, be a gift. We have the 10 of Ariel. There is so much to be grateful for. Financial success, the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. We have the Emperor, Archangel Uriel. Stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans, dare to be different. This is very interesting. I do feel that maybe you have an idea of something you really, really would like to do, or indeed an idea or a moment of inspiration comes to you, my lovely Aquarians. It may be that you know what that is already. You've thought about it. You have some insights into this already. And yes, the Magician. I think this is a moon month when you can sort of start to actually make it real. It's like stuff comes to you, the resources you need, the money, the support, the finances, or just it could be the right person, the right people at the right time. But you can see it manifest, I think, I want to say in real terms. It's like you're being guided, ambitious plans, dare to be different, stepping out of the box, doing it your way. Yeah, doing it your way rather than somebody else's way. This could be like a point when, if you've had an idea to set up your own business, if you've always been employed, this is the point when you really begin to start to set forth on your own venture, and it's like the right people come at the right time, or the right resources come at the right time to assist you in this. Justice, yeah, absolutely. Fight for justice and equality, rulings made in your favour. Yeah, if there is anything around you that is taking place that has sort of any kind of legal basis or contracts to be signed, we're seeing this card suggesting this is going to work out. What you need will come to you at the right time. So in some ways, your partnership with the divine, with Source, is very much in flow here. The rune of joy, Wunjo, it's like a new dawn. It's like a new sunrise, a new beginning. Taking charge of a situation, having ambitious plans, making things happen, making it emerge. You can manifest the life you want. You can look to the future, manifest that potential. Wow. Okay, let's draw a couple more cards and see what else we're shown. I'd like to know more about this. How is this happening? Angel therapy. Archangel Raphael, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. Victory, yes. Archangel Sandalphon, your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. How interesting. There's a very distinct energy around you of really, really, really favourable outcomes, my lovely Aquariuses. Of the right thing coming at the right time, the right person, the right resources, money, stuff working out in your favour. Something is definitely working. It's like the universe is working for you and with you. Synchronicities, stuff falling into place. Interestingly enough, I don't feel as though you're going to have to work at this. I sort of feel like this is one of those months when, as long as you are going with the flow, my lovely Aquariuses, I think things will kind of fall into place for you. Now, you may have to trust that one a little bit. I mean, I know in principle that's the spiritual way of life. You know, if we trust, the universe can deliver. We've got to let it unfold, and that's easier said than done. Let's face it, when there's all sorts of stuff going on, or we're really busy, or it feels like we've got to take a risk or step out of our comfort zone, that's not easy, is it? But I do feel that this is a moon month when somehow, if you hold your vision of what you want and the outcome is aligned with justice, with equality, with those core spiritual values, I just think victory will come to you in whatever way, shape or form this is going to be in the, you know, the details of your personal life. I think you're going to be celebrating, you're going to be, and this is really singing to me with this treble clef here. You need to sing your own song, have your own voice, state your perspective. Even though you may feel as though your take on something is a very different approach, it's the right approach, my lovely Aquariuses. We're seeing lots of good stuff coming in. Almost, I sort of almost feel like amidst chaos. And by chaos, I don't, well, some of you may be in chaos, I don't know, but you know, I don't mean that the world is throwing loads of chaos at you, sort of the other way around. It's almost like that the chaos is around you, and if you can remain still and centered and trust in the middle of that, you know, drop into stillness, be present whilst holding the vision of where you want to be, of what you want the outcome to be. I sort of feel like the universe is working with you to bring order out of chaos. So I don't feel that you're in chaos. It's not like the world is throwing chaos at you. It's almost as though, but there is, the chaos of the world is going on around you, and as a center point, you're rising because you hold a different and clear perspective. Let's draw some more cards. May we have any other guidance for Aquarius? Seraphim, Seraphisa, relax and open up to source. Keep your heart open. Yeah, you're being guided. There's no question of it, through something, through a sort of a period of, well, here we go. Create a solid spiritual foundation. Be in service to the planet. Archangel Gersisa. And look at that with this stone circle, this henge. It's exactly what I was saying about, you know, whatever chaos is going on around you, Aquarius, if you are still, if you drop into stillness, if you remain solid, create your own anchor point and your own vision, I think nothing will be out at sea. The angels will be supporting you, your guides, your spirit team. And I think your moon month is going to emerge. I think you're going to see victory. I think you're going to get just what you need when you need it. It's very interesting, this sort of energy of chaos that's a little bit around you. I will just ask a little bit more information for you around that. I mean, in the extended reading, I'm going to be asking in detail. We'll do some general cards, but also asking about your work, career, money, finances, your home world, your relationships. We'll look at all those areas of your life. But there is a sort of a chaotic feel that isn't yours, and yet it's around you. You're having to hold a vision here of what you know to be right, okay? And also sitting in trust. Right, this situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So don't get bogged down in anybody else's drama or chaos, my lovely Aquariuses. You don't need to buy into that. Just let it unfold. Peace. My goodness me, you couldn't write it. If you hold that grounded position of peace, Archangel Azrael, release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go, and it says let God. I think let God handle this. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. I do feel there is a chaotic energy around you. It may have been caused by other people. It may be a residue of a past situation. But you are actually able to transmute this situation, this moon month, my beautiful souls. And this is about being anchored, holding that higher vibration, that higher vision, that higher perspective. Dare to be different, dare to be you. There'll be that out of the box thinking that you have within you as an Aquarian, within your sign. That is where we are all moving towards the new age of Aquarius, the dawning of a new age. This is a new dawn. So you hold a lot of that beautiful higher minded energy around you. As long as you remain anchored on your own spiritual foundation in service to higher purpose, everything is going to fall into place and work out for you, irrespective of what you are needing to transmute. This is a very, very affirming reading. So beautiful Aquarius, I think there's so much support for you, so much guidance, so much holding and actually very real support coming in for you to navigate whatever it is you're navigating. But the new dawn is coming. It is as if synchronicities will enable you to just sort of journey through this month and achieve the success that you desire, the outcome you desire in whatever is going on, but it will be peaceful. So my beautiful Aquariuses, this is your reading for this moon month. I'm going to move to the extendeds and I will draw cards for those areas of your world I'd ask for a bit more detail, and I'll also draw cards for, as I've said already, home, family, love and relationships, and your working world as well. Thank you, Aquarius, so much for joining me for this reading. I hope it is helpful to you. There's a lot of affirmation coming through here for you. And you know, you're welcome to join me in the extendeds. They're available on Patreon or in the YouTube membership area of the Moon Magic Tarot channel. Or alternatively, I will see you, I hope, for some other readings really soon here on YouTube. Beautiful souls, tons of love. Lovely Pisces, welcome to your moon month reading, which is largely June. You have 2 cards. You are the first sign to get 2 cards from this pack. You have both Peter Pan and Sleeping Beauty. How interesting. let's get some runes out for you as well. See what we are shown before we draw our angel cards. Maybe ask what is happening for Pisces for this moon month, for the month of June and a little teensy bit of July. Now, we have the first rune that's really showing itself for you is Fehu. This is nourishment, possessions, ambition satisfied, unexpected rewards, surprises, gains. How exciting, beautiful Pisces. We have Sewello, the rune of wholeness. We have the blank rune. Wow. And we have the rune of strength. Okay. I feel there is a particular direction for you to be going in, moving in, my lovely Pisces. It does feel as though, I mean, for some of you, for me, it feels like, I think it will be something of a new beginning. Like an awakening, a space of realization that leads you on the pathway that you're meant to be journeying on. Now, for others, it may be that you've been aware of the pathway you're on, but you haven't yet been able to forge forwards. It's been more of a dream than a reality. I actually sort of almost feel that something that has been a dream is about to manifest for you. Unexpected surprises, rewards, gains. Now, it may not manifest in its fullness, but I think it's going to begin to manifest. So you're going to begin to see the real possibilities taking shape around you. There's work to be done. There's more to be done, of course. There's always more to be done, I guess. But nevertheless, I feel in quite a tangible, real way, your world is changing in a way that shows you what is possible. That's what I feel is happening in this moon month. Kind of becomes a foundation for where you're going. The High Priestess, powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information, be at peace. How interesting, yes. So things unfolding that mean you begin to see where you're going. It's like you can begin to see into the future. For some of you, you may genuinely actually get some sort of psychic insights, some things that come to you that make it really, really clear as to where you're going and what direction you're going in, or how the shape of the future might begin to unfold. We have the Ten of Ariel. There is so much to be grateful for: financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. Now, whilst retirement may not be exactly there for all of you, though it may well be for some, I feel that what this is showing us is that you start to, I feel like you're starting to see into the future, literally, and you may even literally catch glimpses of the future that is possible for you through a greater level of psychic awareness. It is as if something that was a dream can now become a reality. It can begin to form. You can see where you want to go. You can see the pathway ahead. We have the moon. I think this is a month when you are seriously going to get some quite a lot of psychic insights, and solutions will kind of come to you. They'll appear for you, literally. I am actually seeing, no, I'm not sure about that. It doesn't feel quite right. Let's draw another card for you, my lovely Pisces. I feel there's two coming through for you. Let's bring these through. We have the Emperor. We have the Two of Michael. Now, stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. This is ambition satisfied. It will all be better if you just make a decision, overanalyzing a problem, find a compromise. Solutions, success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy, and then the opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. Right, lovely Pisces, this is really, really interesting. I feel this is a moon month when your intuition, your psychic abilities are very, very active. And I think you're going to, through external circumstances, find yourself noticing, observing, seeing mirrors of of where you could be, of how your world could look, of what literally your long-term future, for some of you, your retirement, what it might look like, where you might be, how you might live. What does the future hold? This is a very, very interesting space of potential, because, you know, science is telling us that, you know, what we think, you know, is what we're creating. And I feel you're going to be getting a series of kind of insights through experiences, through dreams, maybe through observation, noticing of actually some things that you really, really want for yourself. And I think solutions and the stepping stones are also going to begin to appear. It's almost as if you have a month when you can begin to align your energy, your vision, your perspectives on where you want to be, and the universe is then going to respond to you. I think we're talking about a really long-term sustainable vision of the future here for you. This feels very, very exciting. It's almost like putting your order into the universe. Clairaudience, look at this. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. This is you receiving guidance. Archangel Zadkiel, I think this is fascinating. This is about you literally being shown things, receiving the guidance you need to know where you're going, what direction you're going in. You may even find that you get some quite significant revelations, Pisces, about where you want to be going, so pay attention. Archangel Sandalphon, tune into your divine potential, bring the world into harmony. I think some of you may find that you receive significant information about your purpose, your calling, where you want to be going, how you want your world to be unfolding, what you want the long-term future to look like, your contribution. It's as if you're being awoken from a spiritual perspective to the potential that really sits in you and the potential that is possible in your life. I'm finding your reading really, really exciting. It's like you find a vision of your place in the world. I'm not saying you find your place in the world, but you find you have a vision of how it can be, and because of that you can pursue it. There will be some potential unexpected rewards and gains, and in a very pragmatic way, even though your energy is being opened to receive guidance, powerful psychic insights. I just feel that you are going to begin to make real plans as well. You're going to, it's very difficult, isn't it, to make a plan if you really don't know what you want the end result to look like. I would, Pisces, I'd be making a vision board. That I might start out with a blank canvas, really, a blank piece of paper at the beginning of this moon month, and then just gradually allow yourself to sort of add bits to it as you go through the moon month. And by the end of the moon month, you may have a very complete picture of what you are looking for, of what you wish to manifest, what your long-term future, a vision of your future world, the shape of your world is going to look like. And I feel that with that level of focus, the universe can then respond to you. Source Spirit can respond to you. It literally feels like a shift from a space of dreaming about possibilities to really seeing them as being possible, and for you to begin to therefore formulate how you wish that to be, how you want it to emerge. This is really exciting, Pisces. It really, really is. Now, beautiful souls, I'm going to in a moment move into the extended readings, where for this month ahead I'm going to be looking at your home life and your home, family, possessions. I'm going to look at your career, money, finances, and also your relationships. And we'll look in more depth at how the overall energy is applying to those different areas of your world. But I mean, this is your reading, Pisces. It's really clear. This is a moon month where somehow the universe is really aligning with you. It's like your energy is coming into balance. It's like you're arriving at a space of new possibility where magic can happen and the world can unfold. This is Very, very exciting. That level of psychic ability, that level of guidance, it is as if the universe is really actively working with you to create that vision of the future, and therefore to be able to bring it forth, to make it real and possible. It's like you find your place in the world, in all areas of life potentially. I mean, some of your areas of life may already be pretty sorted and others may not. You know, we're generally all manifesting something, and usually in more than one area of our world. But this is a moon month when that becomes so much more possible and consolidated for you in a very magical way. Pisces, I'm unbelievably excited for you. Beautiful souls, this is your moon month reading. I just want to say dive into it, embrace it, immerse yourself in it, and let it unfold. I think by the end of the moon month, by the end of June coming into July, you're really going to have a very clear perspective of how your world is unfolding and what you want the future to look like, and how amazing, because then with that clarity, the universe, source, spirit can respond to you. Pisces, you are welcome to join me for the extended readings if you wish. I will, if you'd like a little bit more information, they are available either on Patreon or in the membership area of YouTube, here on YouTube. Otherwise, beautiful souls, if this is resonating, I do hope to see you for some other readings really soon here on YouTube. Tons and tons of love, beautiful souls.